Hi, I'm that grinder guy who says, you don't really look like your pictures. Yvonne deculo.
And I'm that stray pubic hair that's been really getting you down lately, jglumm.
And welcome to the Victory Lap, that's disgusting, where we are going to be talking about the most recent episode of All Stars Season 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
If you haven't seen this week's episode of All Stars, stop watching. This is a recap. We're going to talk about what happened in the episode, and that is going to include spoilers. Apparently, we had been gotten yelled at for giving spoilers.
So first thing, gag of the century. Jeez, that was odd. Don't like that. I rebuke that. Vendela has eliminated herself.
Oh.
I don't care for it.
I'm just mad because I have nobody left on my team.
You have Morgan. So she was doing really well in the competition. She won 5 out of 6 challenges so far. And she's like, you know what, I'm gonna leave on my terms. I'm gonna go and you all battle out for this. Which I can respect on some level. You know, she's taking care of herself and she's saying, I'm already a winner, I don't wanna have to go out on a bad note. But there were no bad notes. She was gonna do well. She was gonna win the whole thing.
I actually look at it that Vendela has from the beginning voiced the fact that she doesn't like that they have to eliminate each other.
Sure.
She wants to do it as fair as possible, like by what the judges say. I think having the eliminated queens come back and voice their anger, their hurt, and their frustrations of being eliminated by their fellow queens, I think that just sort of
toppled her over the edge.
It pushed her right to the edge of it, and then winning, but being told that she would have to eliminate one of the other top 5 girls. I think that's what pushed her over, because I think for Vendela, she said it in her exit interview, the title meant more to everyone else than it did to her. She was happy just doing what she had done. She didn't need the All-Stars title to be happy.
Sure, but she's kind of almost put them in a situation where even though the title is important to them, none of them really earned it.
Because she set the bar so high, 5 out of 6 episodes.
She's broken every record. She broke Sharon's record and Alaska's record.
I think that it was getting to a point for her where any failure would be
catastrophic.
It would be catastrophic, and it would be such a personally disappointing failure. It would be like missing one number on the lottery. And add on to it that she would have to take away that chance from Trixie, Shangela, or Kennedy, who all really want that title that doesn't mean as much to her. I can really respect it. I mean, I'm mad as heck. She was the one that was gonna save me from having to buy this hoe another Olive Garden dinner. But I can't be mad at the decision. Sorry, Adore, but that's how you exit All Stars. Ru is probably upset that Vendela left, but Ru has better be sending her like an edible arrangement for one of the best mid-season shockers I have ever seen on Drag Race.
So the girls were divided up into 2 groups for the main challenge. One is the top 5 All-Stars, and then all 5 of the eliminated queens return, which we were totally shocked about because we thought it was only going to be 3. Trickery's Deceiver! Who do you think was better out of the 2 groups? I personally feel like the eliminated queens were better because I thought they looked more cohesive as a group and I liked their number better.
Yeah.
But I thought the actual like queen singing part was better on the top 5 end.
I don't actually remember the eliminated queen song. I just remember Morgan's bit about the same parts as Tati.
I remember Chi-Chi's because hers was really funny about it being so big and to the side and it chokes everyone. I thought it was really funny and I thought she looked like a Spice Girl. I don't know, something about her gave it to me. And I thought Aja had the look, but I wasn't gagging over her rap like everybody else was. On the converse side, I thought that the top 5 didn't like them cohesively as a group. I thought they were too disjointed. Like they all seemed like such different ideas from each other.
But that's more in line with Spice Girls to me, because really? I feel like the eliminated queens were all very much the same. It was a pretty white person spice rack. Not a lot of variety. Whereas I feel like the top 5 created such a diverse lineup. Personally for me, I thought the top fives was a more diverse group, which made it more interesting to sit through, but I did not like their song musically.
Yeah.
It was really a weirdly discordant tune.
Yeah.
But the eliminated girls' lyrics were so boring, I don't even remember theirs. I just remember that aesthetically it sounded better. I really loved Trixie's.
I really liked her too. I thought she was really funny. I thought she was giving exactly what they've been wanting, which is that kind of camp thing. But I know for certain that I've seen that hair and those glasses on her face during and I'm so curious if she got released to go do a couple episodes in that, because there was rumor that she got released from the first episode to go film which is why she was wearing that outfit. But it's like, how many times did she get released?
But I thought Trixie's lyrics were really good. I loved the look. I do agree with Michelle that maybe like a different hair would have worked. I didn't mind the color. I think maybe it was the style was a little too bada boom.
I think if it had been like pigtails, maybe that would have been fun. More of that schoolgirl type character.
I would have loved it if it was Penny Pingleton.
Okay.
So keep the big bouffant, but then have the two nerdy hair braids.
Yeah. Was there anyone that didn't stand out to you?
Kennedy. I thought Kennedy.
What was with that hair?
That shake and go weave.
That hair was so bad, and then I really did not like the makeup. It looked really rushed.
It looked rushed, and it was a lot of color without a lot of purpose. And honestly, Shangela kind of fell flat for me.
Really?
Like,
I don't really remember her.
Exactly. You know that gif of The Simpsons where it's Homer like shrinking back into the shrubbery?
So.
People on Twitter use it all the time when it's like an awkward conversation. They're like, that was Shangela. She like she threw the glitter and just slunk back into the wall. The costume was pretty. That hair was gorgeous, but there wasn't even a hallelujah.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. See, I didn't really like anyone except for Dela and Trixie. I didn't really care for BB's, and I feel like, if I'm being just objective and kind of blunt here, I feel like she was in the top because everyone else didn't really perform extraordinarily. And I thought she sold that weird character, but I didn't love it. It's like barbecue Lays. Like, I don't love them, but I'll buy them. She wasn't like some Funyuns that I'm gonna be like.
I liked BB's. I didn't care for her jumpsuit. I wanted a little more.
It was ugly. I wanted to burn it.
I love me an animal safari print. I mean,
it was too animal.
I love me. I would have really enjoyed like some rhinestones, some sparkle, some sequin on it to like break it up a little. Even like some fringe. I don't know. But I did love like the sort of nonsense, almost Lady Marmalade lyrics. I loved her choreography. I really did enjoy that. I did think it was kind of that it was like, Tracy, you did so good. The only thing we didn't like was your hair. And Adam Lambert was like, yeah, your lyrics were really smart and all, but you were kind of standoffish. And then with BB, he was like, oh my God, perfect, amazing diva, slay. Like,
it was exactly what the critique was with Thorgy versus BB, where it was like, you didn't really do anything, you just kind of stood there. Oh my gosh, you like didn't do anything, you just stood there and it was great.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, I understood like Trixie seems standoffish, but that's just Trixie's humor. And
Alexis Michelle, have you watched the show?
I would have just as gladly seen Trixie in the top as BB. They were interchangeable in my
mind.
And
BB freaking took her wig off during the lip sync.
Okay,
that
so
killed it for me.
Everybody is saying that BB did that on purpose.
That she was throwing the lip sync?
Yeah.
Do you think she knew what Dela... Oh, she had to have known what Dela was doing.
She was sitting right behind her! What is she putting on there? I feel like Vendela couldn't have, like, as they were, like, prepping for that shot, been like, hey, could I get some white out right before we go on? Thank you so much. Like, I feel like she got up to the thing, she was thinking about it, and then she goes, I'm sorry, can I get a Sharpie and some white out? Like, they had to know, like, right in that moment. At least BB had to be in the room when Vendela had made that decision. So
she knew that it was coming.
I feel like she had to know what Vendela was going to do.
Do you think if BB hadn't thrown the lip sync, if BB had won, do you think that Dela still would have nominated herself to go? Or do you think she would have let BB make that decision? Because I feel like Dela would have been like, hi, hold on 1 second, pause please. I would like to go home. Don't send anyone else. I would like to go, please. Thank you, bye.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Kennedy would have been the one to send home of all of them.
Yes.
Regardless of who was in the bottom, Kennedy was the one who should have gone home tonight. She performed the worst. She has had the worst track record. Like, she deserved to go home. And Aja deserved to come back out of all of them.
I would agree.
If we're just going based off of point scales and how you've done the whole competition, not counting anything outside of the show, just on the competition.
I'm just really shook by this whole episode. I'm upset, I'm shook, I'm devastated, and it'll be interesting to see what happens going from here.
I feel like Ru's gonna be like a completely different dynamic in the workroom, on the judges panel.
I feel like this is gonna... Well, it clearly upset Ru. Ru was clearly very upset by this.
And I was told that Ru did not know that it was coming. Ru had no idea. The producers didn't say anything, which doesn't seem like a good idea when the producer of RuPaul's Drag Race,
the executive producer,
is right there.
Is
and you're like, you know what?
Sitting there.
Let's not say anything.
Let's make it a surprise.
Let's see what happens.
Let's get a genuine reaction.
I think if Ru had known ahead of time, she might have tried to stop it. It's possible. I don't think Ru would have allowed it to go on if Ru knew what was happening, and she would have done what she did with Adore and shown up and been like, Dayla, I heard that you want to leave.
Yeah.
Because as soon as she caught whiff that Adore was trying to leave, she tried to stop her, and she even pulled Michelle in to get her to stop. And I think if the producers had been like, RuPaul, you might want to get back here, something's happening, she would have been like, what? Why are you trying to do this? You're doing really well, kid. Why would you want to leave? And she'd try to talk her out of it. Remember the commercials imply it's like a wedding type episode next week?
It's a mashup of wedding movies. So it's my best Greek friend's bridesmaid's wedding.
Which is going to be real awkward if Morgan goes home to go home on a wedding challenge. Again.
It's just going to be a real awkward in general because I don't feel like all these queens have the best acting chops.
I think that Trixie will do well, and Shangela will do well. So points-wise, Jacob's entire team is dissolved, minus Morgan. Everyone up there is on my team, so if Morgan goes home next week, it's only uphill for me.
Who do you honestly want to see in your top 3 at this point?
Shangela, Trixie, and I guess BB. I mean, I feel like BB coasted a lot of this competition. And I feel like she's only doing well at this point because not everyone else is at their top of their game.
I think I agree with your top 3. I would really love for it to be Trixie, and at this point, Trixie or Shangela.
I think if we're looking at who could win and represent the crown, it's gonna be Shangela at this point. And I think that Trixie's super talented. I really love her. Like, obviously, I'm a big fan. My makeup is really inspired by her. My personality, like in drag, is very inspired by her, but I just don't think that she represents the RuPaul brand. And I think that Shangela, when she's not in competition mode, I think she's so sweet and she's such an advocate for people's happiness and their rights. And like, I feel like she could take that crown and do really great things with it. And just, I feel like Trixie's general attitude is like, I don't like my fans, I don't like the kids, I don't like this, I don't like that. And maybe it's a character, but it just comes off as like ungrateful sometimes. So like, I think that Shangela I think she represents the brand the best. And if it's Shangela or BB, I'm okay with either one of them.
I can concede all other 2 points given as being correct. But I don't know, I'm just bummed out. I think I saw an article online, and at first I was like, no, but then after thinking about it, and basically what this article said was this season was a bust.
Why is that?
It just was a bust. And you said it, like, it's just not everybody brought their A game this time. I never dreaded filming these recaps as much as I have. And it's not dread, it's not the word, it's just I don't look forward to them. Because there's something lackluster about the episodes a lot of the time.
And you just feel disappointed at the end?
And it is. It's like that hookup that just didn't go well. And you like needed it. And then you get in your car, you Purell your hands, you spray some like cologne to cover the smell of sex, and just like,
that was a bad decision.
That was not worth the gas I had to use to get here. Man.
I feel that.
Kind of like the last season of American Horror Story.
Cult.
It was just so overblown and so underwhelming all at once.
Well, let us know what you thought about this groundbreaking episode in the comments below. It's groundbreaking. And we will see you all again next week. Are we doing our draft pick for season 10 tonight?
No, I can't decide what I think of any of these queens.
We need to get on this.
I'm very wary and in a very dark place right now when it comes to teams. Tonight is not the night to ask me to pick a team.
But when your whole team is gone next week, it's going to be an even worse place for you to be.
Okay, but I was holding on to Vendela as my last shred of hope, and now she's gone. I have no faith in Morgan. God bless her. She's wonderful. She's fierce. She's, yes, queen. She's the Harriet Tubman of drag. However, I have no faith that she is going to actually make it to the top here, so I'll be fine next week. I'm in mourning right now.
Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all again next week. Thank you again. Bye! No nails.